What's going on, everybody? This is Patrick from Porter's Unboxings, as you know. And today is my Q&A right after AEW Rampage and right after SmackDown. We had a good Rampage, actually, tonight. I love the main event. You had Adam Cole versus Hangman Adam Page for the AEW World Title in a Texas death match. We had tables. We had chairs. We had a bunch of weapons. Barbed wire chairs and barbed wire around the hands. And Adam Cole wearing barbed wire as a crown on his head. Great match, hands down. And then we get over to SmackDown. There's nothing good to say about this. We had Ricochet versus Jinder Mahal. Shout out to Kurt Angle on this one. Jinder Mahal, 2000, I think, like 17 reference from like Survivor Series against Brock Lesnar. So Jinder Mahal versus Ricochet. That was a great match. If you thought that was a great match, then first of all, no, it's not. It's 5 minutes of boredom. Except for some good flying moves, and that's it. We all knew Ricochet was going to win. And then we have Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn again for the second week in a row. And then next week, Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre again for a third week in a row. In a lumberjack match. Adam Pearce, who are you? The match should be, first of all, there's going to be no running for Sami Zayn. There's no way to escape. There's only pinfall or submission since there's no disqualifications in a lumberjack match. You know what the match should have been? Adam Pearce. I almost called him Adam Page. I'm sorry. Adam Pearce should be a steel cage match. Same thing. There's gonna be pinfalls, submissions, no disqualification, nowhere to run. Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, steel cage match. Book it. Again, screw the lumberjack match, throw that out the window, and book it a steel cage match for next week to end off this fantastic, not fantastic feud. I don't even know why it's a feud in the first place. End it. Then I like the main event with Matt Riddle and Jimmy Uso. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's start out I have about 6 questions, and the first one is, what are your latest pickups? Now, 3 of these are from V-Stock, and 1 is from today. So, the first pickup I have is Randy Orton, Evolution of a Predator. I got this for $6 from V-Stock. As you know, I have it right here again because the side is chipped off, the bottom is chipped off, disc 2 doesn't play, and the packaging is just so like marked up. So I needed to buy a new copy. So that's what this is. Here. So you have beautiful artwork. You have him with the thumbtacks and from 2004 with Cactus Jack from Backlash. You have him kissing the Intercontinental Championship title in 04. No. Yeah, in 04. Then you have the fantastic shot of Orton getting mad at choking John Cena out at breaking point in 09. And then you just have him with the ring in the background and the curtain. And then on the back, just doing his Orton pose. And then you open it up. You have him from 2011. This is a 2011 release. From 2004. And then him in 2009 with the WWE title. And on here you have a handicap casket match with his father from No Mercy versus The Undertaker. Him versus Kurt Angle versus Hulk Hogan, Dusty Rhodes, Sheamus, Punk, Christian from 2011. This is a great set to own. Go grab it if you don't have it. And then my next pickup is Over the Limit from 2011. As you know, I do have this as well. I had to pick up another copy because the disc is scratched to hell. You can't see that, but it is. It stops during the main event, which is Cena versus The Miz in the I Quit match. That's probably one of my favorite matches from 2011, besides CM Punk and John Cena from Money in the Bank. And of course, the Orton and Christian feud. But also you have Orton and Christian right here. And on this card, you have the Kiss My Foot match. Michael Cole versus Jerry King Lawler. Get that crap out of here. Big Show and Kane versus CM Punk and Mason Ryan. What? You have R-Truth versus Rey Mysterio. Okay. I mean, it's not the best card ever, but two great main events right here. And I love this cover. You have The Miz and Daniel Bryan with the streaks of something, and then you have Over the Limit. And then again on the disc. Great stuff. And then my last pickup from V-Stock is a DVD that I've been searching for a while. Macho Man Randy Savage. The Randy Savage story. I have not watched this yet, but I will soon. And this is just great. The documentary I've heard was sad. I cannot wait to watch this. So I get the first look at it. Then my last pickup, I got this today, finally, with the Walmart slip, Spider-Man No Way Home. Look at this slipcover. This is perfect. Public Enemy #1. You have Tom Holland, Doctor Strange, and MJ. Zendaya on the back. And then you have this stupid artwork for the 4K. What is this? I seriously thought this was Doc Ock's arms. No, these are buildings. The best Marvel movie of all time. I saw this in theaters when it came out in December. They are not lying. You have over 80 minutes of bonus content, alternate reality Easter eggs, a multiverse of minstrels, Enter Strange and the Meeting of the Spiders. And here is what the artwork looks like. You have this stupid artwork for the disc, but you have a fantastic 4K disc. Fantastic. And now let's get into these questions. The first question, and all of these questions come from DJ Taz 316. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name correctly. I'm sorry if I am. But let's get into these questions. The first question is, what is your favorite wrestling theme song? Oh, boy, you shouldn't have asked that. There are a lot. John Cena, Randy Orton, of course, Randy Orton, hands down. Kurt Angle, because you guys chant, you suck. You suck. Let's see. Adam Cole. Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley. But if we're gonna stick to WWE, Shawn Michaels, the Undertaker, Edge, when he had his theme song, not his theme song now, but when he got it not changed, Brock Lesnar, The Rock, Triple H. I think my favorite out of all of them is CM Punk, the Cult of Personality. I love that theme song, but there are so many that I love. Like, you just can't name one. Woo! Okay. The second question is your dream wrestling match that never happened. There are two. The Rock versus Roman Reigns, which I hope will happen next year at WrestleMania, since it's in Hollywood. Then the other match is Undertaker versus Sting. Dude, stop making that noise. So, Undertaker versus Sting should have happened at WrestleMania 31 or WrestleMania 30. But no. You didn't have him come in at WrestleMania 30. You had Sting come in at WrestleMania 31 and face off against Triple H. Wrong idea. Here's two people who should have ended the streak. I wish the streak didn't break. But here are two people. Not Brock Lesnar at all. Bray Wyatt and Sting. Bray Wyatt or Sting should have broken the streak. Nobody else. Not John Cena, not Lesnar, not Orton, not Triple H, not Shawn Michaels. But my favorite match of WrestleMania for Undertaker is Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25. Hands down. The best match of their both careers. So, Taker versus Sting, and The Rock versus Roman Reigns. And then the next question is, who is your favorite wrestling manager? This is number 3. I have 2. The late, great Paul Bearer is number 1. And then my other one is Paul Heyman. You know it. The bloodline he brought in Brock Lesnar. He helped Roman Reigns' career by letting him win the Universal title at Payback 2020. Not even signing the contract. He helped Roman Reigns climb back up to the Universal title. Yes, he did. He helped Brock Lesnar break Taker's streak. That might be his favorite moment of his career, hands down. If I asked Paul Heyman right now, what is your favorite accomplishment as a manager? I believe he would say Brock Lesnar ending Undertaker's streak. I think. Or the creation of ECW. Yes. Now, Paul Bearer, hands down, great manager. But if you're talking about general managers, now that's a whole different story. I hate guest host. I just don't like it. My favorite general manager is from SmackDown. Theodore Long. Teddy Long. You'll go one-on-one with The Undertaker. We'll have a tag team match, playa. Teddy Long will go down as one of the greatest general managers of all time. In my book. So, but for Paul Bearer, God rest his soul, he helped The Undertaker. He helped Kane. He's just one of the greatest of all time. And I truly mean that. When he died, we lost one of our souls. Like, for real. We gave our soul to Undertaker because of Paul Bearer. And when Paul Heyman dies, we will do the same thing. We will give a soul to the company that he helped create. On commentary, ECW, he brought it, again, I'll say it again, he brought in Brock Lesnar. The next big thing. If you remember, the chair shots that Hardy Boys gave Lesnar, I think Matt Hardy broke a chair. And then Brock Lesnar flipped out of the ring and onto his feet. That's what a badass looks like. Yes. And Paul Heyman made that. And then, like I said, he's helped CM Punk become the longest reigning WWE champion in 2011 through 2014. Or I'm sorry, through 2013. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, he's helped them. And I think when he retires, I think he'll go into the Hall of Fame as the greatest manager of all time, besides Paul Bearer. Yeah, so there. The next question is, what's your favorite band or singer? I listen to pop, country, and rap. That's it. Three things. Now, my favorite band is probably Maroon 5 for pop. There's not a lot of bands in country. Little Big Town. But my favorite singer is, I have 3 here. Luke Bryan, Luke Combs, and Thomas Rhett. Those are my 3. I can listen to them every day if I want to. And I will not get bored. Luke Combs and Luke Bryan are the main product of country. Now, nowadays. We have Miranda Lambert. We have, and for rap, I like Eminem, Snoop Dogg. Yeah. But going back to country for a minute. So, like, we have, Walker Hayes with Fancy Like. We have, yeah, so let's look up some songs by Luke Bryan real quick. Let's see. We have Play It Again, which is an all-time best song. Hunting, Fishing, and Loving Every Day. That's My Kind of Night. Buy Dirt. Strip It Down. Knocking Boots. I Didn't Want This Night to End. Yeah, so you get the point. Now, all those are great songs. Now let's go to Luke Combs. When It Rains It Pours. Forever After All. Never heard of that. Beer Never Broke My Heart. Beautiful Crazy. She Got the Best of Me. One Number Away. And then there's like people like Dierks Bentley. Oh yeah, and Drink a Beer by Luke Bryan too. And I also like Olivia Rodrigo. I love her Sour album. So let's just go there real fast. Let's go to A through Z. Let's mute this. Nope. We have Brutal, Traitor, Driver's License, Deja Vu, Good for You. Yeah, great stuff by her as well, man. And then we have Dierks Bentley. And you should listen to all these people that I'm mentioning. Beer on Me, Drunk on a Plane, Somewhere on a Beach, Burning Man, Gone, I love. Hold On, 5150. And then there's Eric Church. Springsteen, Drink in My Hand is on the Eric Church songs I like. Now let's go to Thomas Rhett real fast because I'm running a little long with this question. Thomas Rhett, Slow Down Summer, Marry Me, Die a Happy Man, Beer Can't Fix, I Didn't Marry Me. My favorite song by him is called Death Row. To the guys who date my girls. Crash and Burn is another one of my favorites. What's Your Country Song? Great stuff, guys. And then his last question is my favorite DVD or Blu-ray that you own, or a movie. My favorite. My favorite movie is a horror movie that most of you might not even know about me. But my favorite documentary, is probably The Last Ride. Because this is our first Taker documentary, and it's a great one. My other favorite documentary is Ric Flair. Shawn Michaels is another good one. We have Eric Bischoff right here. I still need to watch disc 2 and 3. But yeah, let's get to my favorite movie. Because this is gonna shock most of you. It's called Stay Alive with Frankie Muniz. It's from 2006. It's the unrated version, but I like this movie a lot. I also like all the Spider-Man films. You can't just pick one, but Spider-Man 3 is my least favorite of the Tobey Maguire series. That's a pretty bad one. But Spider-Man 1 or 2 for Tobey is my favorite. I think Spider-Man 2. Then for Andrew Garfield, it's The Amazing Spider-Man. And then for the Tom Holland, I have to go with No Way Home. Yeah. And that's all I'm going to say until I get to my review of this. Because I don't know if you guys watched that yet. I don't want to give out my review of it soon. Documentaries, Randy Orton, like I said, that's a good one. The Daniel Bryan one, Daniel Bryan one is good too. The Edge documentary. But my favorite pay-per-view is Survivor Series from 2002. The first Elimination Chamber match. And then you have SummerSlam 2002 with Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Great match. Just look at this lineup you have. You have Triple H, Chris Jericho, Kane, Rob Van Dam, Booker T. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is mush right now. Then you have Shawn Michaels. So if I'm feel a little off, that's why. My favorite, from the 2016 era, maybe this one. Not because of this match, the Survivor Series match. You have Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose at the time, Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, AJ Styles as world champion, Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Chris Jericho. Great match. And then the rest of the card is like, come on, man. Come on. You can't live up to that. The Guerrero documentary is fantastic from '04. I still need... Oh, and my favorite, from the Halloween set, I like 1, 2, and I like the reboot from 7. Yeah. So I think that's all the questions that I have. My favorite Blu-ray that I have would be against these two. Okay. For my favorite doc, it has to be this one. Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. For 3 hours, this got... One, it's very good to watch. It is very brutal to watch sometimes. But they have a nice interview with Jim Ross. And you guys, you have to get the Blu-ray. Do not get the DVD. Because the Blu-ray is the WWE title match from Survivor Series from 1997. And guys, I think I got this from eBay. It's not in great... I mean, the discs work fine, but the cover is like, come on, man. Come on. And then my other Blu-ray that I have is Shawn Michaels, Mr. WrestleMania. Great stuff. Here. And then my favorite DVD has to be like this one. Backlash from 2004. And WrestleMania 20. For this one, it's because of Randy Orton versus Cactus Jack. I did like Chris Benoit, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. But for WrestleMania 20, it's for the Guerrero and Kurt Angle. And also Benoit, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. And that perfect spot at the end where Chris Benoit and Guerrero are just hanging in the ring, holding up their two titles. That's probably one of the greatest moments in wrestling history ever. Like, ever. WrestleMania 20. March 14th, 2004. So, this is the end of my Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Patrick Reports Unboxings, and I'm out. Peace.